I want to show you something. Okay, so this is how this works. See this? And then here's the back. And then it's a magnet. That's how this works. How does the background look, you guys? I really don't. Oh, this little basket here is like not quite dirty clothes, things that could be worn against sweatshirts and stuff. And then usually what I do is I take the stuff out of this basket, put it on the bed, fold them, and then put them in their rightful place. But sometimes they're in that little purgatory over there. There must have been an angel by my side. It's so hard for me to control my voice with all that air. You know, Sade was different. Sade was a different breed. Hello, my name is Cassandra and welcome to my temple. I talk about growth. Period. I know my videos aren't, the best right now. I'm in a process and it's uncomfortable. My hair is tucked into my shirt right now because I'm about to wash it and it looks crazy. And for some reason, I feel really insecure when my hair looks crazy. But at the same time, when I feel insecure and I don't give up, I feel like it gives my YouTube videos a little extra spice. I said in one of my videos, I think it's the love lust one, where I was like, for some reason, when I look a little bit crazy, the insight is better. And it's not that I look crazy. This is what I realized. It's that I don't give a. It's me not giving a that makes the insight better. Not necessarily me looking crazy, but when I don't give a fuck about looking crazy, that's the juice. That's really the juice. Anyway, so I just figured that out for myself. Yeah, so what was we gonna talk about today? Here's the first thing. I know that the YouTubes and the brand of it all is inclined to sexuality and sexy stuff. And that's what gets me my subscribers. All the videos that have something to do with desirability or sexuality, those are the ones where I get the most amount of subscribers. I see that. And I want to speak to that a little bit and talk about why I've sort of pivoted my discourse. One of the reasons is because focusing on the sexy sexuality of it all really is antithetical to healing. And I'm going to explain. We are taught that by hyper-focusing on our sexuality and hypersexuality and desirability and the dopamine that comes from that, we're sold the idea that that is what is powerful. And it feels powerful. It feels powerful because you are borrowing patriarchal power from men. You are borrowing their attention by upholding the standards that patriarchy has created and showing the patriarchal world, hey, I have worth and I have value. And hyper-focusing on that aspect of it all is just not healing. It's just not healing. But I'm not sure if people are ready to hear that. I'm saying that because I don't think I would have been ready to hear that 5 years ago. We're looking for power. We're looking to feel good about ourselves. And a lot of that has to do with our appearance, like looking sexy, looking desirable. We kind of organized our priorities around feeling that sense of patriarchal power. And a lot of us are taught to want patriarchal power, to play that game of patriarchy, the competition of it all, the capitalism of it all, the mindset, the mentality of capitalism of it all. Being in that space and being drunk and high off of the idea of attaining patriarchal power, of attaining resources and exploiting other people, yourself, in order to get said power, which is an idea, and it's basically you're high off of the dopamine. Dopamine and capitalism, man, oh man, a hellish power couple. The hellish power couple that haunts all of our dreams. Being drunk and high off of the dopamine of attaining and achieving and wanting patriarchal power is hard to break out of. There's a box that we've all put ourselves in, right? Which is, this is my understanding of reality. This is my understanding of what is a good person, a right person, And if I go outside of the little boundaries and limitations that I've set for myself about what is good, I am now bad. And for me, I was boxed inside of desirable. I wanted to remain desirable at all costs. And here's the thing, and I wanted to make a whole video about it, but I guess I'm just shooting the shit with you guys right now. The more I felt loved, the less I felt the need to be desirable. And that's really this whole lust, love dynamic thing that's happening. Sometimes I edit myself and I'm like, damn, that one piece of hair is just like that the whole video. So I just want to make sure that that's not really what's occurring right now. Is there any other thing in the background that's annoying? Sorry. Excuse me. No. What was I saying? You don't have to force yourself to be in the box of what people say womanhood is. You know what I'm saying? I believe that when we embody our true, authentic, natural selves, and other people embody their true, authentic, natural selves, there is a natural polarity. There is a natural attraction. I don't have to religiously be inside of a box of what other people define as beautiful or attractive woman in order for me to have my own attractiveness. Now, yes, there's a lot of conventional shit happening with my face and with my body, and in terms of attractiveness, there's some conventionality in terms of what I look like. And I'm privileged because that exists no matter what I dress like. I can show up looking a complete total mess. I will still have light skin privilege. I will still have ambiguous privilege. But that did not shake me from wanting to stay in my box and be desirable in my little box. I still wanted to be desirable by patriarchal standards. But here's the thing, love will get you out of that mess. Love will get you out of your own limitations. When I feel lovable, I don't feel the need to perform. But like I was saying, because I also want to talk a little bit about feeling desirable, and there's a very human thing in that, feeling wantable, feeling lovable, not just like loved, nice, soft, familial comfort love, but like attractive love. And that honestly, truly, really comes when you embody your full self. People have a natural attractiveness. I don't know if this phenomenon occurs in other spaces, but as an actor in art school, you can absolutely have talent crushes on people. When somebody is just extremely talented and really good at what they do, you can develop a crush on them just because they're really good at what they do. Do you understand? We don't really pay attention because we're so focused, because we're taught to do this. We're so focused on the aesthetics and the appearance of things, and we're taught to make that incredibly important. But it's actually up to us, the people, to decide what is attractive or not. Who else? Who else is like an unconventional, sexy person? Oh, is his name Hugo? It's something. He's this English dude with the blue hair.
Bomb.
Hugo something. What is it? That's gonna bother me. I don't have Instagram on my phone, you guys. Unconventional. We forget that attraction is much more than skin deep. We've been so conditioned to believe that that's what attraction is all about. It's about aesthetics. We treat each other like we are these superficial human beings, but we are capable of seeing past that. It's just that some people have not unconditioned themselves to the default. And who wants a default person anyway? Who wants a default person who thinks and believes that way? Nobody wants that. That's a road to a rocky, awful life, marriage, relationship. If you decide or you are trying to if you are pining for the attention of somebody who is still in the default culture, nobody wants that. Do you want someone who is that superficial? No. So why are you trying to be superficial to get the attraction of people who can't see past your skin, who can't see past the surface? Beauty is a spiritual investment. And beauty in this default culture is a performance. It is entertainment. It's not artistry. And I was going to make a whole video on this too, the difference between artists and entertainers. Entertainers do what they do for the audience, to elicit a response from the audience. An artist does their work for themselves, and other people enjoy it along with them. I do not use beauty as performance anymore. Beauty is artistry, beauty is expression. And what I'm expressing to you in this t-shirt, in this Sade t-shirt right now, I'm communicating to you that I do not want to perform for you. That's not part of the art. That's not part of the artistic message here. The artistic message is, yes, I have to wash my hair today and twist it and blow dry it. Yes, I do have to do that, but I'm showing up anyway because what I have to say is important. And performing is not important, not to this piece of art, because I accept my humanity fully as it is. I don't need your permission. I don't need your validation for my truth to exist as it is. Why do I have to hide? Why do I have to change myself? Why do I have to perform? I just hope that you understand what I'm trying to do here when I show up like this. It's not disrespectful. I'm not trying to be contrarian. I'm just existing as I am. And that can trigger people. That can trigger people who are in their small boxes because it challenges their limitations, right? When somebody exists and shows up 100% fully themselves, it challenges people's limitations, which is why the arts and trans people and Black people have all been targets of propaganda because they challenge people's ideas of what humans are and can be. It challenges people's identities and who they can be and what the possibilities are. We're not trying to make everyone the same. We're trying to celebrate our differences. It's okay that you're different. It's okay that you look different. It's okay that you deviate from the norm. Are you capable of love? Are you prioritizing profit over human needs? Like, what really is important to our society at this point? I really honestly question what the fuck people are thinking these days. How the fuck did you get there? And the answer is always people just live in that tiny, tiny little space because they live around people who live in a tiny, tiny closed-minded space. And they feel threatened every time the limitations of their mind. Live in New York City for 5 years and speak to as many different people as you possibly can. Please, for the love of humanity, get out of your box. I'm sure you're out of your person who's watching my videos. I'm sure you're doing this work, but I get so frustrated seeing these far right people speak absolute doo-doo out of their mouths. Doo-doo, diarrhea, just foaming at the mouth. Shit. Beauty is a spiritual investment. Beauty is expressing who you really are. And when you express who you really are and you exist as you are, people are going to be attracted to you. Because again, it's not about this, it's about the diamond inside. And I am, yes, calling back to that video I made so long ago that did so well on YouTube. And it's this one, the sacred prostitute archetype. People are seeing something deeper inside of you than you think. But we're all trained to believe and to prioritize aesthetics. We think aesthetics are moral, that beautiful people are better, are superior. It's just like, fuck you. What the fuck? You really want a society like that? Why are you contributing to the default? Why are you upholding the default with that mindset? Don't you want to break that down? Isn't that better for everyone? Okay, I think I'm done talking now. I will see you in the next video. That was an abrupt stop. I'm sorry. I hope you got something from this. But yes, I will see you in the next video. Bye.